Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hops, ditching out some more classic German beer that I picked up on Beer Dome. So thanks a ton to Beer Dome for the beers. I guess I said a charade of Oktoberfest beers, but Oktoberfest is technically over now. That's how it is, especially with kids. But the month of October, there's Oktoberfest themed things all over, especially in Denmark. Denmark is a little bit behind. We haven't had like the Oktoberfest sales at Lidl and stuff yet, but I'm sure it will happen. But yeah, we're trying some German beers today from a brewery that I really like, from St. Georgen Bräu in Buttenheim, just outside of Bamberg, and this is their Helles and their Pilsner. I did a review on their Ungespundet Kellerbier, which is a nostalgic favorite of mine, but I've never had these. I think I've had one or two other beers from them maybe, but mainly it's been the Kellerbier because that's the only one I've been able to get in Denmark. So the info on it is that both of them are made with water from their own well, and that they use, here it says, a special mix of Franconian malts, and this just says Franconian Pilsner malts. And then they both have Hallertau Tradition and Spalt Select hops. And then it says it's aged, it's got a 2-tank aging process or something. It says from 9 to -1 degree. But the Helles is 4.6, the Pils is 4.9. So let's start off with the Helles. Pours a very nice golden yellow color, highly effervescent. Pouring this one out as well, a nice fluffy head when I poured it out. Let's check out the aroma. Pretty classic Helles. Very soft hop complexity. It's mostly about malt. So it's like biscuity, it's bready, quite doughy as well. There must be a touch of Munich malt or something in here because it has some robustness. Or maybe Milanoiden or something. I don't know, maybe they do decoction mashing. It's very different from brewery to brewery. And then it's got a soft, spicy, like herbal hop note. Smells like a dead-on Helles. Let's try it. Cheers. Thanks to Beer Dome for the beers. To a T in terms of style. Sweeter than I expected. A good portion of sweet malt. That's a really, really well-made Helles. Really, really well lagered too. There is some hop flavor and some bitterness there, but it's very soft and gentle, as it should be in the style. But even the same with the malt complexity. As you can see by the color as well, it's golden yellow. It looks a little bit more dark on camera. It actually almost looks oxidized. But it doesn't taste oxidized if you hold the Pils up next to it. Yeah, the Pils is definitely a bit brighter in color. You can't see that on camera at all, but it's just touches of like darker malts in this, you know, to give some complexity, or, you know, decoction mashing maybe, or something like Milanoiden malt. But they say here it's a special mix of malts, so I'm guessing it could be a little bit of Munich, a little bit of Vienna, you know, things like that. And maybe the other ones I talk about. Really biscuity, sweet bready, or it's like a sweet doughy, sweet cereal grain type flavor as well, almost like breakfast cereal. And then gentle, spicy hop flavors, gentle herbal nuances, and a gentle bitterness. Super gentle on all parts, as a true authentic Helles should be. And it's so well balanced between every nuance. But I prefer Helles to have just a notch more hops. Not bitterness, but just hop aroma. But that's just because I'm a hop head. But you can't knock this for that, because this is how Helles is supposed to taste like. Really tasty, really tasty. Good 4.6%, great body. It's dry, yet slick and velvety. Slightly, I don't know if it's fluffy, but yeah, really well made. But let's jump onto the Pils. So hopefully more hops here. Again, slightly more pale in color. It's golden yellow. Also not as effervescent. Let's check out the aroma on this one. Also a white head on it. Yeah, there's definitely a little bit more hop character. It doesn't have that same layered, complex malt component. It's not also as hoppy as a lot of northern German Pilsners. It definitely smells very Franconian with like lots of balance and also like really nice, clean, sharp malt profile and clean yeast profile. But yeah, it's a brighter maltiness. It's like it's more crisp, it's more crackery. It doesn't have the heft and robustness as the Helles. And then it's more vibrant, like grassy, singy hoppiness. Well, let's try it. Cheers. It really feels so old school as well. And I think that's the combination of Hallertau Tradition and Spalt Select. That's some very classic German hop varieties that you also don't see too often. Especially something like Tradition gives a lot of like old school herbal, bitter, spicy flavors. To me at least, maybe even woody flavors, and that's in here. It's not got a lot of like fresh, vibrant, like fruitiness, like citrus or floral nuances or whatever. It's like very like spicy, herbal, kräuter, holzig, like woody, really like old school feeling. And then with like a bright, crisp malt backbone and a gentle bitterness. Again, it's like it's not much more bitter than the Helles. It definitely feels like a Franconian or Bayerisch beer, as it says on here. It's interesting because I think, yeah, Franconia is in Bayern, right? Isn't that how it is? But in Franconia, a lot of people really pride themselves that they're Franconian and not Bavarian. It's interesting when you go there. And here it's both. It says both Bayerisch and it says Franconian in terms of their ingredients. This is a good pill. It's 4.9. It's like really dead on to what you expect from a South German Pilsner, being more soft than like the North German ones. It's definitely got like that slickness as well, like that softer, even though it's highly carbonated, it's got that slick, soft, effervescent feel. There's maybe a touch of a floral nuance there, but otherwise it's really, really classical, dead on to style, like Southern German beer, like Southern German style Pilsner, Southern German Helles, or Bavarian Helles, Franconian Helles. It's just exactly what you'd think. They're really nice. And I totally get why a lot of people will not be excited about this, because it just tastes like beer. Like a lot of people will say this is boring, but this is not boring. This is how it's supposed to taste. Like, you know, you're not supposed to necessarily load up a Pilsner or Helles with extra hops. That's not the common way to do it. This is how it's traditionally done, and it's done right. That being said, the other, is also nice, but I think, yeah, they're good. They're very clean as well, like super clean. You can definitely taste that they've been lagered really cold for a long time, because it's not so clean that it feels clinical, but it's just, great lagering on this. I mean, they're really good. They're classic beers. It's funny, if you compare them to a brewery in Bavaria or in Bamberg, you can compare them to, I think they're somewhat similar to something like, in terms of quality and level of enjoyment, to something like Maasbräu, because they are also quite authentically like Southern German. They also feel this clean. They are really well lagered. They are layered without having like loads of crazy complexities. Like something like Mönchengladbach has loads of layers of flavor in their beers and their lagers. These are more like really clean, really sharp, really tight kind of lagers. And I think Maasbräu is a bit the same. And that's good. That's not a bad thing. I mean, both are really nice ways of doing lagers. So yeah, I think straight 90 for both. I actually like them more than the Killer beer, which is odd. That was the nostalgic beer for me that I really, really enjoyed. And I'm sure a lot of you guys will not agree with the grade, but that's okay. But I really enjoy lagers like this that are made like this, the way they're supposed to taste and everything. Although I would score them higher if they had a bit more hoppiness due to personal preference. But in terms of styles, I'd say they are in the 90 plus range. They do not go to 95. Because, they could have a little bit more complexity to really nail it. But, really awesome drinkable beers, great mouthfeels and everything. So, if you guys had a chance to try the St. Georgen Bräu Helles and Pilsner, let me know what you thought of them. I still have a Goldmärzen and a Landbier from them to try. And I think the Landbier is a Dunkellager. So, it'd be fun to try those. But yeah, if you had either, let me know. As always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Ring the bell for future notifications about videos, and I'll mostly cheers. And see you guys in another beer review.